Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about American Dad, Season 2, Episode 8, Star Trek. This episode is all about Steve becoming a famous author and how his sudden fame takes over the family and Roger causes chaos. Let's walk through it step by step in simple wording. The story starts with Stan discovering that Steve cheated on his English homework. Instead of punishing him, he forces Steve to write a real story, something personal and creative. Surprisingly, Steve decides to write about Roger and calls it Roger the Clumsy Alien. At first, it's just a fun joke, but then Steve's teacher decides to send the story to a publisher and the publisher loves it. Before Steve knows it, he becomes a best-selling children's author. His book gets published, and suddenly Steve is on talk shows and magazines. And all over the media, the entire family gets caught up in his success. Stan, who's always pushing Steve to be something, becomes what you might call a stage parent. He starts bragging about Steve, overscheduling him, and using him to get attention. It's like Stan is more excited about being famous than Steve himself. Meanwhile, Francine enjoys seeing Steve happy, but she's also worried Stan is taking over. Haley is suspicious. She knows how fame can change people. Roger, for his part, is thrilled to be the subject of a hit book. He starts drinking it up literally because he finally gets the attention he thinks he deserves. Steve's fame becomes overwhelming. He moves out of the house into a fancy mansion with Steve's friends Snot, Barry, and Toshi, plus supermodels and a random clown, because why not? They're living a cribs style life, only it gets weird and messy fast. Hired help, lots of fame, and nobody telling Steve to slow down. Stan starts seeing dollar signs. He pushes Steve too hard, booking TV appearances and interviews constantly. Steve starts to lose control over his own story and independence. He's exhausted and misses his old life. The craziness reaches a peak when Roger, who feels insulted by how he's portrayed in the book, tries to kill Steve. Roger jumps into the mansion and chases Steve, but instead he accidentally kills the actor who was cast to play Steve in the movie adaptation. The actor gets thrown into a pool of cherry jello, classic American dad gore and dark humor. Steve's mind narrates at the end that this fake death scene was set up just to shock viewers, and then we cut to Steve deciding to return home. Shaken, but safe, Steve goes back to his parents without telling anyone about the accidental killing. Stan and Francine are happy to have Steve back. They don't care about the fame anymore, they just want their son home. They dump the actor's body in a swamp to take care of things, because that's the kind of casual, messed up humor American Dad does. Throughout the episode, the show uses funny cutaways, like Stan imagining how he could brand himself as the world's proudest dad, or Roger picturing himself in adverts as Roger dolls laughing at everything. Steve even imagines bathing in piles of money before remembering he hates mess. The message here is clear. Fame can be fun for a while, but if people, especially family, start exploiting it, it can spiral out of control. Steve wanted attention through writing, but he got lost in the hype. Stan overstepped by treating his son as a project, and Roger? He's proven once again that if you involve Roger in something, it will get weird fast. In the end, Steve learns that being himself without the fame is what really matters, and Stan and Francine realize that their son's happiness matters more than their own spotlight. Roger, well, he'll probably think up another wild plan next time. Let me know in the comments, what did you find funniest? Was it Steve's mansion meltdown, Roger's angry reaction, or Stan's stage dad behavior? Would you have kept the fame or ditched it like Steve? I'd love to hear. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell to catch the next episode. Recap!